These horses are helping men with post-traumatic stress disorder. They're part of an equine rehab unit set up by a group of PTSD sufferers, including Terry King. Terry used to be in the army, and he's been around horses most of his life.
What are you two doing?
They've given him comfort after suffering sexual abuse as a child, being raped while in the military, and harrowing jobs with the UN. Now he runs the monthly equine rehab camps in the backcountry of North Canterbury for other male PTSD sufferers. Some ex-army and police, others who've done time in prison, and youths in trouble. Many have never been outside the city. Riding and horses are new to these men, but they learn to form a bond with their mounts through grooming and riding them.
It goes both ways. A horse will trust you if you trust them. And they can sense it. They can sense it in your hands, they can sense it in your body. The way you approach an animal, it's all comes down to trust. And that's what's teaching a lot of the survivors or men who have had trauma and mental health. A lot of them don't have trust. And you've got to build that up again to help them to get over whatever trauma they've had in their lives. And that helps with the healing. And a lot of trauma within mental health and that is the lack of trust. And because with men, as we all know, we bottle it up to the point that we explode. And we've got to learn to be able to talk or even help. Like back in my day in the 70s and 80s, there was no such thing. You were just told, get off it, harden up, or have a beer and carry on. And say for me, I ended up as an alcoholic.
Casey Cowan is one of the programme's success stories.
We've got young Casey, 27 years in prison, hard life, gangs, the whole 9 yards from the West Coast. And 2 years ago he came to our program, and now he's successfully married, owns his own home. He's been coming to us now for 2 years, off and on all the time. Now he's taken up the role of helping other youth to see the dangers of what will happen if you end up in prison. Like he's done a few years of maximum security. He said, there's no illusions, no hidings, or, like the truth is there. And that is a good thing to teach others. So he's now stepped up, he's riding the horses. He found that was his gift. He found just being able to talk to them, because we've been out riding up in here in St James, and I could hear him chatting away there. We're sort of strung out. Quite often we'll be in single file, spread out a little bit, and I hear in the wind coming back, and he's having a chat to his horse. He's fine.
What I do is for therapy. I come here for therapy for the abuse I suffered in the boys' home, foster homes. So I come here, and this is my time out, and this is, where I get my peace and quiet and freedom. I love them. I love the horses. Being here and just actually, just being here and being with the horses, I'm free. You know what I mean? I feel free.
Long treks and overnight camps have helped Casey and about 30 others find some relief from their PTSD. Terry says they all speak the same language and sometimes don't need to say anything at all. It costs about $3,500 to run a camp like this. Terry's had some DHB support, and a few charities and sponsors have given money to run the programs. But funds are drying up, and he's having to dip into his pension just to keep things going. He says this year could be the last.